intelligence is something which is very close to my heart. As an educationist here in Switzerland, I have been teaching masters, bachelors, and doctorate students in hospitality and business. So I'm a core educationist. But with education, I feel it is important that we need to go beyond the four walls of the classroom, not just be limited to what we are doing in the classrooms with our students. It's only when you connect with the people emotionally, you make an impact. And that is the impact for life. So yes, emotional intelligence has become the mantra of the world today, especially because of what the world is going through. It's normally said, when all the stomachs are filled, when everyone has a full plate, we never complain. We're always smiling. All our friends, best friends moving together. It's only during crisis, when people are facing problems, when people are facing some issues which are not easy to, I would say, solve or work upon, they start complaining. They start talking about, oh, this is not possible, or this is not happening, or that's not going on well. We go through a roller coaster of emotions only during the time when things are difficult. Because when we are happy, it passes very quickly. So my journey here in Switzerland has also been a roller coaster of emotions, because when I came here in the beginning, I had dreams of Switzerland as shown in our Indian movie. Reality hit when I came here, coming from a warm country where people are like, in India, people just smile, they hug, they are there with you from day one, with festivals, with the rich cultural traditions, And I come here where people are good, but they're not like, they're not hugging you, or they're not just there with you instantly. So I was like, oh my God, is that a reality check? And my husband was like, welcome to Switzerland. It's a place which is beautiful, but you need to make an effort to get across to the people. The ocean is not going to walk to you. You need to walk to the ocean in case you want to have the best of it. These are some of the things which I would like to share with the audience in terms of what I have been through and how it helped me get across to what I am today. My journey in Switzerland was not so easy because of the language difference, cultural difference, and people coming from different backgrounds, ethnicities. So, to get across to them and to connect with them was a bit of a walk, I would say. And as an educationist, I was more used to where teacher is like a demigod, in schools in India. The professor, whatever he or she says, it is like the word. And you really have a big physical distance between the teacher and the taught. Coming here, I was like a buddy to my students. They just felt as if it's a buddy relationship. Before the classes would start, they would be smoking outside, having coffee, or, talking and chilling, because it used to be winter. When I started, it was winter mornings here. So I used to wonder, what do I do? Should I also go with them, talk to them, or be in my staff room, just go through my notes and stuff like that? So for me, it was really not easy, because whenever the classes would start, in the breaks and when they would finish, people would always connect. People would always talk, smoke together, drink together. And I, coming from a culture which was completely different, was not used to it. So I kept my distance in the beginning. I was just like a teacher teaching my students. But I got the first lesson of reality when I got my evaluation, students' evaluation, module evaluation. I thought I'm doing a decent job, but when I got the evaluation, it was very different to my expectation. It said that I don't connect with the students. I'm not available to my students after class hours or during class hours, when we have the break time. Lessons taught are great. Content is nice. Teacher is well prepared. But in terms of connectivity, in terms of getting across to the teacher, we are kind of hesitant to approach her. And that's where I thought, but this is not me. I'm a person, I think, who is easily approachable. But because of that point of time, I was struggling between two cultures, the do's and don'ts of two cultures. So I was in a dilemma whether to do this or that. And I'm sure each one of you who's listening to me is resonating, especially when you're working in international work environments and you've moved from country A to country B because we don't know whether to follow our home culture or to go away with wherever we are. Yeah, like as we say, do in Rome as Romans do. So I started conditioning my mind. Ruby, you are not like that. It is a completely different perception people have got about you. I need to work upon myself. And that's when I started getting a bit comfortable. I started making an effort to talk to my students, to reach out to my students. And that is which a quality which is very, very important, especially when you are at a workplace where people don't know the real you. They just know what you are projecting to them. So to make our audience understand what exactly is emotional intelligence is, in the words of the father, I would say father of emotional intelligence, or the great American psychologist, Mr. Daniel Goleman, who really popularized this concept of EI. It is having a connection between emotional intelligence, that is your own emotions within, and getting in touch with the people who are around you, the circle, immediate circle. And that is basically based on two main concepts: personal competency and social competency. So in my mind, I think I was working very well on personal competencies, but I had not worked on social competency, and that's what I started working upon. So each one of you has to understand from day one, we all think we are the best, even if we are not. We all think we know our trade very well, even if we don't. But what we need to do at all times is, work on the five main concepts, which I think, according to me, pillars that make you connect with the people are: number one, self-awareness. We need to be aware of our strengths and weaknesses, straight from a business book. We have to do our SWOT analysis. We have to be very well aware of what are our strong points and what are our weak points. Second is self-regulation. How do we control that? Maybe I'm good at talking, but I'm not good at listening. So I need to make a special effort to start working on it. And that's only possible, I'm sure that's only possible when we keep our eyes and ears open to what is happening around us, across us, and with the people with whom we are interacting. So the third one is motivation. According to connection, or according to the situation we are in, we feel motivated. If someone had put a hands down or a smiley face, which is not smiling, but with a smile that is upside down, it would not have made me happy. I would have felt, oh my God, what is it that is not making them connect with me? Fourth one is empathy. We have to have the feeling how the person on the other side is feeling right now, so that we can empathize with him. We can sit in their shoes and realize, is he feeling the pain? Is he really tired sitting in front of the screen whole day, whole time, or whichever period of time he or she has been staring at the screen to listen to these amazing speakers? So we need to empathize with the people who are there in our networks. Last one, which is the fifth one, is the social skills. So when I say social skills, it's like some people are great. They have amazing knowledge. They have amazing, information. But when it comes to connecting with the people, they take a backseat. If you're talking to them, they always have that space like. So imagine, would you connect with a person who has a face which is so serious? Or would you connect with a person who has at least a slight smile? I love the smiles that I'm seeing now. So it's normal. We feel it's like a signal. It is like a sign that you are interested or you are there with me. So for any situation to understand EI, especially at workplace, you have to understand these five pillars very well. I'll again repeat for our audiences: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Is it okay to show emotions at work? Is it okay to cry? With women, sometimes, we feel very weak. If we have to take a very important decision, we are in a dilemma. Should I take this promotion, which is sending me across the world to the destination I always wanted to work? Or should I take a backseat because my children are small? They need me. I can't quit right now. I can't take them with me. So what do I do? So when we are in such a dilemma, Should we talk to the people? Should we show that we are feeling emotional by showing our tears? This is one question which I always ask my audiences. Is it okay to cry at workplace, or is it always better to have that shield? I am a strong person. Come on, guys. We all go through those lean phases. So it's okay not to be okay sometimes. That's what I say all the time to my students, to my coworkers, to my friends, even to my parents. This right now during pandemic, they have been going through a lot of lean phase. We are not able to connect with people. We are not able to go out and meet people. So they were like, all the time we're just in front of our screens, either on phones or on computers. What do we do? So I'm like, talk to the people. You don't have to show that you're perfect. You're leading a great life. Show what you're actually feeling. It's only when we talk, it's only when we speak it out, we get the right kind of vibe from the people. Guys, we definitely need to change the mindset, because the more we start showing that we are authentic, need to discuss, just come out and talk whatever has been there in your mind, because only when you are able to discuss, only when you are able to talk and lend out or vent out what you're going through, you will definitely emerge successful. You have to have that little lighter side as well, so that when people are discussing or when people are having straight idea about what needs to be done, just surprise them. Surprise your workers, surprise your employees. Let's say if you come to know it's somebody's birthday, create, even if you're on a virtual platform, wish him happy birthday. Create a virtual background that is showing that you care for him. Because sharing and caring, they definitely go a long way. I encourage all of you to watch my TEDx talk, where I have told very clearly, loud and clear, EI over AI. When I said that emotional intelligence over artificial intelligence, I just said that because I felt like that, even though we're living in a virtual digital world, we have to have a human connection. We have to connect with people in such a way that you make an impact. They are gonna remember you because of what you said. They're gonna remember you because how you make them feel. If I'm making you feel good, you'll always remember me. Not remember the exact content, but you'll remember, oh, she made us feel good. She made us feel valued. Emotions drive people. People drive performance. Emotions drive people, and people drive performance. So only if you are a happy employee, you will give good results. The output, the efficiency at which you perform will be showing in your output loud and clear. Manager wants you to work on weekends some days, which is very common in hospitality. People have odd working hours, people have shift systems, people have to work on weekends when families want to be together. But when you and your employees connect very well, or when you have this emotional connection with your co-workers, believe me, guys, you're definitely going to enjoy and you will never complain, because you have built up a good relationship, which is going to take you a long, long way. So that's my take, and that's what I want to convey to you. And I proudly say I have really been very, I would say, successful with my students to put their cameras on throughout our virtual lessons. They don't keep their cameras off because we connect. I feel you only connect when you are seeing the other person face to face, eye to eye, in a good way. And that's how you connect and make long lasting relationships. So I'll always encourage all of you, feel the connection. Please feel connected, that you connect with the people that resonated with your information. Be part of that, and just feel free to be there all the time for each other, because it's only during pandemic when we realize, when the world is going through a phase, a very lean phase, how you can work on the 3 E's, which is education, empathy, and empowerment. Keep empowering everyone, keep connecting with everyone, and make sure that you are a rich source of information, whether emotional or informational, in a very, very strong way. And that they ask, how did you carve a niche for yourself here? It's very simple. As I said, do in Rome as Romans do. So I changed myself little bit in terms of what others are doing, what other teachers are doing, what other professors are doing. So for me, as my role as educationist was something which was a learning experience. You don't have to change completely. You have to keep your rich identity where you come from. Always keep that with you, because you are the bearer, you are the carrier of your own culture. So even after having lived in Switzerland for last 20 years, wherever I go, I talk India, I walk India. I say that very proudly. And that's something that you have to share and tell even to your children, to the future generations, because once you are here, you will not be having a touch with your motherland. So it's important that you don't have to compromise on your values, on your cultural traditions. So you have to have that of the home culture. But at the same time, wherever you are, you have to integrate with that place as well. I say very proudly that India is my Janma Bhumi and Switzerland is my Karma Bhumi, which is, this is the place which has given me what I am today. Very strong educational background from India that helped me survive here. So we have to have a bridge, create a link between both the cultures. Do not forget your culture, but try to adapt and integrate with the culture where you are in, because that's a learning experience, and that shows that how well you're connected with yours as well as the culture where you are in. So you can't live in a shell. You have to come out of that shell. And that's only possible. Take the best from all the cultures wherever you are going. Just as we like to collect things, collect these as good souvenirs from every culture and move on, and definitely you will evolve as a much stronger and culturally oriented person.
It was a beautiful answer. So thank you so much for sharing. Final little questions to ask you quickly. And if you had to, what was one challenge that you faced in that transition, and how did you kind of work through that or overcome that?
As an educationist, or one challenge as a woman living in a foreign country?
Yeah, living in a foreign country as a woman.
Okay, one challenge which I faced as a woman here was, in the beginning, people thought that I'm a snob. I don't want to talk to people. I'm like, I'm someone like, ooh, I'm the best kind of thing in my shell. I didn't understand the language. I didn't understand the culture. So that's why I was always watching people, but not talking, because I was hesitating to talk to them. Something that I was misunderstood by a lot of people. And I'm a person who's always smiling. Now most of the people here I live, they call me sunshine or soleil. In French, it is called soleil, because I always, even if I'm not feeling good, I tell them, just smile, you'll feel good and you'll feel happy. Passage of time, I worked over it. I learned the language. I learned different ways of communicating via sign language. So that's how we connected. I made an effort and it really worked. And a struggling woman in a foreign country became the sunshine and the heart of the commune where I am. And I'm very happy about it.
Brilliant. Love that. You became the sunshine in the community. Thank you so much, Dr. Ruby Bakshi Khurdi. It's been amazing to have you on.
Thank you so much. And thank you for listening and being a great audience.